Hey there, welcome back to TechnoSpace. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of responsive design. Specifically, we'll be mastering media queries. By the end, you'll know exactly how to use media queries to create fully responsive layouts. First, check out this poorly designed web page. I've made this to understand the importance of media query. So, what is media query? Media queries are a fundamental part of CSS that allow us to apply styles conditionally based on the characteristics of the user's device. This includes screen width, height, orientation, and even resolution. For example, you might want your website to have a different layout on a smartphone than on a desktop. It requires the predefined keyword structuring as a media condition. The CSS rules go here inside these braces. You can use conditions like max width, min width, or even orientation. Let's see how it works in practice. Let's create a demo web page to display the responsive styling. First of all, set up the basic HTML structure with the head and body. You can fill up the metadata, like keyword, title, and description for this web page. Although none of these are important for our demo, so leave it for now. Only place a style tag in the head portion. We'll use that for CSS styling. You may also use a separate CSS file and link it here. I suppose that's easy for you all. Start with the header design. Give it a relevant text, maybe call it responsive design. Then we can either style it or add more content on our web page. So, what's next? Add a main section that will hold our content. Inside it, place a section with a heading and a paragraph of text. We can replicate this section a few more times, although that's not necessary here. Once done, style the page. Let's make it look good. First of all, style the page body. Set the default font family. I'll choose Arial for our web page. Then remove any margin or padding from page body with 0 value. Don't worry, we will adjust it soon. Next, style the header. Give it a dark gray background, or choose whatever color you like. It's just demo, so feel free to be creative. Only make sure to make the text white if background is dark. Then, set some padding to allow room to this top bar. End by aligning the text to center of the view. For now, it looks good. You may tweak the font size if you like. I suppose a large text will look good here. We have a styled header now. I think the page will look better with a matching footer. Let's add a footer to match the top bar. Leave the footer content to demo text. Use anything like footer or copyright or something like that. Now styling this footer is much easier. Just use the tag with header in the style and rest is done. This is the basic CSS technique. I hope you all knows that. Finally, style the main section with some padding. Maybe 2 rem is enough for our layout. Once you find the perfect padding, move on to the display. Set Flex Display with Center Justified Content. It will keep the content in center, visible when you expand the height of the page. So, this is what it looks now. We have built a more uniform web page. Right now, the text seems adaptive with the view change. It was not same with our first example. Here we have not fixed the content width. Also, the use of Flex Display helps. But wait, is being adaptive same as responsive? What do you think? In fact, many new web designers find it confusing. At least I find so. The key difference between both cases is that an adaptive layout may adjust with the view change, but it cannot change the layout itself to fit better to maintain quality user experience. Whereas a responsive design can change every aspect as per requirement based on the screen size or even orientation. So let's try it out in our example. First, we have to use the special media query keyword with a condition. It allows us to check for the condition and alter the defined styles. On a smaller screen, we want the content to stack vertically. Here's how we use a media query to achieve that. To test our media queries, I'm showing it in an inbuilt browser. Although, in our web browser, we'll use the developer tools. Simply right-click on your web page and select Inspect. From there, click the device toggle button to simulate different screen sizes. As you resize the viewport, You'll see the layout change when it hits the max width, 768px breakpoint. Cool, right? Let's code another media query. Did you know you can combine multiple conditions? We can combine 2 or more conditions in a single media query. If these conditions are met, the defined styles will be applied. Here's an example. This rule will only apply if the screen width is at least 600 pixels and the device is in landscape mode. I think we can change the background color at this query. Use your creativity here and enjoy the testing. Okay, the background is changing color, yet it's hard to observe it. Let's change the color and see if you can notice the change properly. Use any color other than white. Maybe you can use dark color like blue, red, orange, or whatever you like. Now, the change is visible and we can confirm that our media query is working fine. I think this is enough to understand the use of media query and responsive layout design. Let's see a final example before wrap up. After that, we may try to improve our web page UI using media query. You can also use media queries for accessibility. For instance, adjusting font sizes for high-resolution screens. This type of query is useful to set different logo resolution for different screen size and pixel density. A small 720p image is okay for low-resolution, old small screen devices. Although for modern kiosk-like screen, you need a super high-resolution image. With media query, we can easily make this selection. Before we wrap up, here are some quick tips for mastering responsive design. Mobile-first design. Start by styling for smaller screens and build up for larger ones using min width. Test extensively. Always test your media queries on multiple devices to ensure consistency. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your styles. Use as few breakpoints as necessary. You should definitely look out for standard breakpoint chart used by most web developers. It would be better if you follow standards as per the market requirement. And always follow an easy-to-identify styling pattern. This reduces the chance for syntax error. Back to styling. As promised, it's the bonus part. Add the header and footer style in the media query. I want both header and footer to be of different color, and the text must be bigger on wider screen. Simply set the background color and font size here. Looking good, isn't it? Let's test it by changing the screen size. The background is changing color, and the text size is also changing with the screen size. Everything is working fine, yet something's not right. The transition of color and font doesn't look smooth. Let's fix that. To make it right, set a transition property for the header and footer. Here, set the change for background color as well as the font with ease. Now the change looks smooth, and the entire web page is responsive as per our defined media query styles. I know that's not enough, yet it's sufficient to understand the concept of responsive web layout using media query. If you need more help, then write down in comments. That's it for today's video on mastering media queries. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more web development content, and let me know in the comments what topic you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!